Leave this video now if you wake up on your first alarm. But if you live tired, sleep badly, and start every day already behind, stay, because this video is for those who lost command of their mornings. For those who call rest what's really just escape. You say you don't have time, but time isn't missing, it's leaking. Through 5 more minutes, through hesitation, through noise. Every snooze is a vote for weakness. Every delay, a surrender of control. Here, you'll learn to take back the first minute of the day, and with it the direction of your life. It's not about waking up early. It's about stopping the habit of postponing who you could be. You hit snooze again. That's not rest, that's surrender. You think it's 5 more minutes, but it's proof that command slipped. Every morning, the same loop. You wake up already negotiating. You say just today, but the mind remembers every deal you make with weakness. That alarm, it's not noise, it's a call. The first order of the day. And when you ignore it, you're not delaying the morning, you're delaying yourself. The clock doesn't care, the world doesn't wait. By the time you open your eyes, someone else is already building proof. And you're explaining the delay like it means something. You lost the morning again. You lost command. And deep down, you'll know exactly what that means. You don't need another motivational quote. You don't need a playlist or a pep talk. You need proof. Proof that you move when it's hard. Proof that you lead when no one's watching. Because this isn't about the hour. It's about who's in control, the man or the excuse. Comment if this sounds like your loop. Stop. Look at your mornings for what they are. The first test of command. If you fail there, everything after is noise. You can't lead your day if you can't lead the first minute of it. The system starts in the dark, when the world sleeps and only the disciplined move. Silence, breath alarm, decision. That's where control begins again. You think discipline is a punishment. It's not. It's proof. Every man says he wants control, focus, clarity, but few are willing to face the silence that builds it. The silence before dawn exposes what's real. There's no crowd, no reward, no noise. Only one question. Who's in command when the world is still asleep? The 430 proof system isn't about the clock. It's not a trend, it's a mirror. It shows whether you lead yourself or follow the drift. You lost the morning because you mistook comfort for recovery. You told yourself rest was self-care, but rest without order is just escape. You said, I'll start when I feel ready, but readiness doesn't exist, only command does. Discipline isn't about emotion, it's about evidence. And evidence is built in motion, not intention. When you rise at 4:30, you're not chasing motivation, you're collecting proof. Proof that your word means something. Proof that you move when no one gives you permission. Imagine the dark room. No light, no music, just the sound of your breath. The alarm goes off. You feel the weight of hesitation, then you move. That motion, that small defiance, is the beginning of leadership. Because every morning you command your body, you rebuild your mind. Every time you execute before you think, you silence the part of you that negotiates with weakness. This system isn't built for the loud or the lucky. It's built for the quiet ones. The men who understand that power starts with proof. If this hits, subscribe. We build discipline here, not hype. You don't lose command in a single day. You lose it one hesitation at a time, and you rebuild it the same way, one proof at a time. So stop asking for balance before you've earned structure. Stop talking about purpose while your mornings belong to chaos. The man you want to be starts in the dark, when you decide that comfort no longer leads. The 430 proof system isn't about waking up early. It's about reclaiming command. You rebuild discipline not through hours, but through evidence, daily, visible, undeniable proof that you lead yourself. So let's make it real. The system has 3 movements. Rules, not theories, movements. Each one tests a part of you. Body, focus, and control. Together they rebuild command. First, wake with command before thought, before reason. That's where most men lose. They wake and start thinking, and the mind, when left unchecked, always finds a reason to delay. So you act first. Move before you think. Feet on the floor before the debate starts. When the alarm hits 4:30, don't ask, do I feel ready? Ask, who's in command? Because in that second, you're either a man of decision or a man of delay. Picture it. The room is cold, still quiet. The phone vibrates. Light bleeds through the dark. Your hand moves on instinct. You kill the alarm. You sit up. No music, no rush, just movement. That's the first proof of the day. You won before the world even woke up. Now move with focus. Your body must follow your word. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be deliberate. 10 push-ups, a short run, a stretch in the silence. The point isn't the workout, it's the command. You tell your body what to do, and it obeys. Most people lose focus because their mornings are full of noise, notifications, lights, voices, caffeine before clarity. But silence is the gym of discipline. You build power in it. No distractions, no validation. Just breath, repetition, presence. Ask yourself, when was the last time you moved with full attention? Not scrolling between reps, not drifting. Just you, your body, and the sound of breath. That's focus, the kind that follows you into every part of the day. Then comes the third movement, playing with silence. Once the body is awake, the mind follows. But you don't rush to emails, to messages, to the chaos. You sit with your notebook, pen, page, silence. The act of writing is command in motion. You capture the day before it captures you. 3 lines are enough. What will I execute? What will I finish? What proof will I leave behind by nightfall? You don't need a complex system. You need a moment of clarity before the noise begins. 15 minutes of structure can redirect 12 hours of chaos. Picture it again, dawn breaking outside the window. Steam rising from a cup of coffee. No sound but breath and pen. That's not aesthetic, that's war prep. That's what focus looks like in real life. When you run the 430 proof system, you're not chasing motivation, you're collecting evidence. Evidence that your identity isn't built on feeling, but on action. Each dawn resets the counter. No one cares about yesterday's proof. You rebuild it today. That's the discipline loop. Plan, execute, review. Every dawn resets command. You fall, you rebuild, you delay, you return. That's how a man earns his respect back, one silent morning at a time. If this clicked, subscribe. We build discipline here, not for applause, not for noise, for proof. You don't need more time, you need more truth. And truth starts when you stop running from silence. You've heard systems before, plans, routines, lists, but none of them work if they don't start with proof. The 430 proof system is the test. Every morning, the question is the same. Will you move when it's hard, or will you wait for comfort to lead? Here's how it looks. Not perfect, not polished, but real. The alarm hits 4:30. No music, no light, just vibration and the sound of your own breath. For a second you freeze. That's normal. The body resists the cold, the dark, the silence. But resistance is the point. Command begins the moment hesitation appears. So you move. Feet on the floor. No debate. You stand in the dark. It's colder than you expected. You walk past the mirror, and for a moment, you catch your reflection. No words. Just a quiet recognition. You showed up. That's the first proof. You dress. Your clothes are already laid out. No decisions to make. No distractions. The world is still asleep. You'll step outside, and the air hits like clarity. The street is empty. Your breath becomes rhythm. One rep, one inhale, one proof. No one's watching. No one's clapping. And that's what makes it real. Because command that needs an audience isn't command. It's performance. Now. Movement. It doesn't matter what kind. Push-ups on the floor. A short run. Shadow boxing, something to wake the body and remind the mind who's in charge. You don't train for aesthetics, you train for proof. The body obeys. The mind follows. Every drop of sweat is evidence that you execute under silence. And then the stillness after motion. You sit. The room is dim. There's no phone, no sound, no rush. You open your notebook. Ink meets paper. You write 3 lines. Command my body. Command my time. Command my focus. That's all you need. Clarity doesn't come from more words. It comes from structure. Every morning you do this. You're not writing goals. You're engraving identity. The 430 proof system isn't supposed to feel heroic. It's supposed to feel inevitable. You rise, you move. You write proof, command, focus. Then the day begins, not before. Ask yourself this. How much of your chaos comes from reacting instead of commanding? How many mornings have you handed over your authority to the comfort of a pillow? The 430 system doesn't demand perfection. It demands evidence. You will fail some days. You'll miss alarms. You'll delay. It happens. But discipline isn't about never falling. It's about how fast you return. When you slip, you don't spiral. You reset. The next morning is another test. Command is built in repetition, not in streaks, not in pride, but in quiet returns. Picture it. You walk back into the loop after failing the day before. The alarm hits. Your hand trembles, but this time you rise. That's strength, not speed, not noise, just a return. Every rep before sunrise is proof. Every repetition rebuilds command. Every morning is a new contract between you and your potential. Pause for a second. Look around your life right now. Can you feel where command was lost? You'll find it in the same place it's rebuilt. The first minute of the morning. Write it down, your one habit. The single act that will prove you lead yourself tomorrow. Then execute it. Don't post it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. Because talk is noise. Proof is peace. You lost the morning once, maybe 1,000 times. But every loss leaves a trace, a reminder of what you handed away. Command isn't rebuilt in a single act. It returns through repetition, through small, consistent moments of truth that accumulate quietly. The 430 proof system isn't about time. It's about leadership. The kind that starts with the man in the mirror, the version of you that moves without witness, that holds the line without applause. When you rise before dawn, you're not competing with others. You're confronting the part of you that hides behind delay, the one that waits for motivation, comfort, validation. And every time you move before that voice takes over, you take command back. The silence of early morning is different. It's not empty, it's full of evidence. You hear your breath, you feel your heartbeat, you realize control doesn't shout, it whispers. Most men want results without ritual. They chase outcomes without command. But structure is freedom. You don't wake up early to suffer, you wake up to choose. To choose the direction of the day before it chooses you. You want proof that you've changed. Look at your mornings, not the hours, the order. Are they built or are they borrowed? Do they reflect strength or surrender? The system teaches you one thing: command isn't emotion, it's decision followed by motion. And when that becomes instinct, discipline stops being effort, it becomes identity. Tomorrow, when the alarm hits 4:30, there'll be a pause. That's where your power lives, in the breath between hesitation and action. Move before the voice starts talking. You'll know the feeling, the quiet confidence that comes after you've done what most won't. That's command. That's clarity. You won't need to announce it. Your day will show it. Your actions will carry it. Because a man in command doesn't tell the world he's disciplined. The world feels it in his presence. Every day you run the 4:30 loop, you add a layer of proof to your foundation. And one morning, without realizing it, you'll look around and see that the man who used to hit snooze no longer exists. He was replaced by repetition, by silence, by proof. If this message reached you, subscribe and write your next habit below. We don't chase motivation here. We build command. We live the loop together.